This is Coyle for IFL TV in association with Macklin Stream Marbella. We're in Hull here today for the Divide and Conquer press conference here in Hull. With me, fighting Martin Gethin this weekend, Tommy Boom Boom Coyle.
Hello, mate.
Right, Tom?
You okay?
He's dapper as always.
Thank you, pal.
Let's have a little pan. Spot on. Do you know what? It's refreshing to listen to you talk about yourself, because you're not delusional, you're not overconfident, you just kind of say
it as it is. It's easy then, isn't it? People get all tongue twisted and tongue tied in interviews. I think it's because they try and say things what they don't really want to say. But if you just say it as it is and just be yourself, then it just flows. I
think when I listen to you, I think you sort of got that attitude that you're confident, you want to win the fight, but you know it's boxing and anything can happen, but you're aware of that as you enter the ring.
I'm just realistic. I'm just dead realistic. We're punching each other on the chin. I'm not immortal. I'm not, I'm not untouchable. I'm just a normal kid with a chin just like anyone else. What can be broke, injured, rocked. It's just one of them. I'm not the greatest fighter, as I've stated in previous interviews. I think I've just got a huge pair of knackers, and I don't think I'm wired up the same. I think it's in my DNA or my genes. That crazy dad of mine, he's just given me do you know what it is? I've got a passion for what I do. I love what I do. Yeah. I could have been stood out there in the pissing down rain, grafting on the fruit and veg stall, day in, day out, but now I'm getting paid to have a tear up, something I love doing. So I'm passionate about what I do, and I don't think you can ever really beat a man who loves what they're doing, because they're going to keep doing it. I'm going to be around for a while. I'd do it I'd have one of the journeyman roles if I'd not made it this far, because I love fighting. I enjoy having a scrap.
I haven't seen these comments by Martin Gethin about you apparently being overhyped.
It was just a little bit of press. He'd said I was overhyped, and I can understand why. Because I aren't your textbook fighter, polished fighter, great, fighter. I've got flaws. We've all got flaws. Mine are just a little bit bigger than others. But I think I am overhyped. But I think it's because I defy the odds. Nobody gave me a chance in hell against Derry when I first came on the scene, and I boxed superbly, although I was knocked out in round 10. But I learnt from that. I come back, beat John Simpson, picked up the IBF title. The Brazuela fight, I was down in the 2nd, in the 6th, in the 11th. Nobody thought I'd get up in the 6th, but I did. The Katsidas fight, nobody thought I was going to win that. They all thought I was going to get blown away. They said I was chinny because of what had happened in the Brazuela fight. But then I went and turned the script on its head and knocked him out in the 2nd round. So there has been a lot of hype and a lot of razzmatazz built up around me, and especially this big fight with Luke Campbell, but I don't believe in it. I'm still the same kid. I'm just trying to fulfill a dream, that's all. Just trying to fulfill a dream. And I didn't expect to make it this far, so anything from this point for me is a bonus. My fiance's pregnant now. We're having a baby boy, so I've got a new motivation. Do you know what? Out of all this, never mind the world titles, the British titles and all the rest of it, if when my son's 8 or 9 and he's in the school playground and one of the parents who are picking the kids up say to him, hey, you know what, your dad was a tough fella, or your dad was an exciting fighter, that'll do for me. You know what I mean? That'll do for me. I just want to be remembered as an exciting fighter who put bums on seats and provided excitement.
It's a good attitude to have. Martin Gethin, obviously, he's been British champion. He's also come close to a world title shot. Failed at the last hurdle to Diaz a couple of years ago. Experience-wise, he obviously has more than you, but so did Katsidas, and so have a lot of other fighters that you fought.
He did. It's fight or flight on Saturday night. Martin's a very good fighter. He's won the British title twice. I'm in a tough fight on Saturday night, and I've got to be at my very best to beat him. you know, I've always dreamed of having a British title. He's had one, so it proves that, you know, he's got that experience. He's been there before and done it. It's going to be a good fight. I think the styles we both got are going to gel lovely, and I think the fans are in for another exciting fight. So I'm excited. You know, it's my bag, this one. It's,
After your last performance in Hull and obviously Campbell's last performance as well, we sort of knew the plan then that you two were going to have a fight in between, a potential showdown in the summer.
Yeah.
But would you really have wanted a 50-50 fight, which is what you and Gethin is, in the wake of that, potentially in the summer?
Ideally, I'd like to be fighting Luke Campbell on Saturday. I think Martin Gethin's an harder fight than Luke Campbell, if I'm honest. And you know, I don't want to sound disrespectful or you know, be rude, but I do. I think, you know, he's more experienced. He's been there, he's done it. He's been in tough fights. He's come through them. You know, Luke hasn't yet. It's hard for me to say this because he is my pal at the end of the day. But I think this is a tougher fight than the Luke Campbell fight. If they said to me, right, you and Luke fighting on Saturday, then I'll have it. Let's do it. I can't have easy fights now in between, you know, fights. I can't fight a, you know, a six rounder against some, you know, import that nobody really knows anything about. That's why I say to all these kids, you know, on social media, will give all these up and coming fighters a hard time, saying, you know, when they're gonna fight somebody. You got to enjoy your apprenticeship, because, you know, once you do take that step and you start fighting those tough fights, there's no going back. You've got to, you know, every fight's going to be an hard fight. So this fight against Martin Gethin, listen, if I can't beat Martin Gethin, then, you know, I don't deserve that shot against Luke. Luke's a gold medalist. It's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a different fight. I think it's going to be a bit more of a chess match for me. Not really my bag, but, you know, that fight with Luke excites me, not thinking about it.
It excites everyone, especially here in Hull.
Yeah, the KC Stadium. We went there last night to do a bit of promoting, and I'd love to be a part of that. 30,000 people in the middle of the pitch. It'd be mint, wouldn't it? Absolutely mint it'd be. But I can't, like I said in that press conference, I can't really get up for that fight just yet, because I know I've got Martin in standing before that, and I've got to beat Martin in order for that fight to be as big as we'd like it to be. But yeah, that'll be special. That'll be one for the scrapbook, definitely.
All right. Well, listen, divide and conquer. We shall see who is divided and who's conquered come Saturday night. So best of luck to you and Martin Gethin. And listen, we'll catch up with you at the weigh-in, and then Saturday night, Ice Arena, live on Sky Sports.
Cheers, cool.
Boom boom time.
Boom boom time again, eh? Thank you, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers, pal.